Protein is a topic in nutrition that confuses a lot of women. There's a lot of facts and myths going around about protein that you may not be quite so certain about. So today we're going to go over some of those for you. I'm Shannon Clark and I'm with legsbumsandtums.com. Protein is a nutrient that you need to be eating on a daily basis. As a woman, you might feel that your protein needs just aren't as high as a man. This is somewhat true because of the fact that protein requirements are based on body weight, but it is not true that just because you're a female, you don't need as much per pound as a male does. You still need the protein. In fact, you might even want to take a little more protein because protein can actually increase your metabolism just because you're eating it. That's the first protein fact that you should know. Protein has the highest what's called the thermic effect of food, which means that the body is going to burn off calories just to digest the protein that you're eating. So let's say you ate a chicken breast versus a plate of pasta. Your body is going to burn more calories digesting that chicken breast than it is if you ate the pasta, therefore you net fewer calories overall. In the game of weight loss, it all really comes down to how many calories you net versus how many calories you expend. So having a little bit more protein in your diet can help just kind of tilt the scales a little more in your favor for netting more calories or netting fewer calories while you burn more. So let's go over 3 of the biggest protein myths that are out there so you know that you won't fall for these. The first one is that higher protein diets can cause lots of kidney problems. Now, when we say high protein diets, we're not talking extreme here. We aren't talking like 3 or 4 grams of protein per pound. That is just way too high, and if you even tried to eat that much protein, you probably wouldn't be successful. But if you increase your protein to say 1 gram per pound, which is actually the recommendation for most women, or you even take it slightly higher up to 1.5 grams per pound, as long as you're currently in a good state of health, this isn't going to cause a lot of problems for you. If you are suffering from kidney problems or you had some other pre-existing health concern, I wouldn't recommend that you take your protein this high, and you need to speak with your doctor as well, because those kind of situations you'll definitely need to have some medical supervision and advice on that whole thing. But if you're healthy as it is, a higher protein diet, just slightly more each day, isn't going to cause a lot of problems for you, so don't let yourself get really scared over this. Most women are way too low on their protein anyway, so chances are you're not going to be anywhere where you'd have to worry. The next myth that goes around about protein is that if you use protein powder, you're going to gain weight. Now, when most women think about protein powder, they think about really muscly men in the gym who are just chugging back shake after shake after shake. And this is just something they don't want to be involved with. And while it is true that protein powder can help with the weight gain process, the fact of the matter is that, say, having a protein shake versus, again, eating your chicken breast, there's going to be no difference. They're both supplying calories, they're both supplying protein. All comes down to calorie balance. If you go adding 5 shakes a day to your normal diet that you were maintaining your weight at, yeah, you're going to gain weight because you're having 5 extra shakes. But if you're currently not getting enough protein, and so you cut back a little on some of the other foods such as your breads or maybe a serving of nuts that you're eating or whatever, to decrease your calorie intake to compensate for the protein powder that you're adding, you're not going to gain any weight because of it. So don't think that just because you have a protein shake in the morning, you're going to gain weight, because that's not how it works. And then the final protein myth that goes around is that your protein needs go up if you're trying to build muscle and go down if you're trying to lose weight. This is actually the opposite. The thing to keep in mind here is that as you're building muscle, your calorie intake is going up because you need to eat more calories than you burn off to build that muscle mass. Because of this, that ensures that every gram of protein that you're eating is going towards the muscle maintenance or muscle building process. Now, when you're on a fat loss diet, you're taking in less calories than what you're burning. So there is that slight chance that your body might start burning up the protein that you're eating as a fuel source. You're not eating as many carbs as you would, so your body's like, I need energy, and it's gonna go start using some of that protein you're eating. This means that there's less protein available to your muscles, and that means you could start losing muscle mass. So the moral of the story is that when you're dieting, your protein needs to actually go up. So eat a little more protein if you're looking for fat loss, and you're gonna see a lot better results. So there you have the biggest protein myths that you need to be aware about. Protein is an extremely important nutrient that you really need to make sure you're getting enough of in your diet. I'm Shannon Clark and I'm with legsbumsandtums.com. Make sure you check back regularly where I'll teach you more quick tips on how to succeed with your fat loss goals.